Hello, it's MrDeaf again with a new World of Warships video. Time I'm in a Zhao. This is a tier 10 IJN cruiser that is more like portable flamethrower. It's mostly a tier 10 and 8 match with hardly any tier 9s in it. This is typical. Oh, this map, I believe it was Sea of Fortune. I start off on this side of the map, which is the west side, near ACAP. Zhao does best. Actually, Zhao can do well on any spawn point of this map. It really has no weaknesses here. Starting off, it doesn't. I really have no idea what my team is doing. The Fletcher is going to Bravo, it looks like. Honestly, I wouldn't take the Destroyer to Bravo when they have, what, 3 radar cruisers? Including a Des Moines and Donskoy, which Des Moines has 9.9 kilometer radar. Baltimore has 9.45 and Donskoy has 11.7 kilometer radar. Which means if they are anywhere near the BC or AB cap, like behind the islands on the G row, they can totally radar both caps. And any ship caught within there, inside of smoke, just sitting still, will really eat it. Okay, so most of my team looks like they went C, the small detachment going Alpha. Start of the match, it really is about 3 or 4 minutes of positioning. I'm using Zhao's speed to move off to the flank. And honestly, I think it does best around here where I only have one side to concern myself with. If you try and move into somewhere where you are surrounded, like on the B cap, you have the potential to screw yourself. Oh, there's a Shima. That's what was capping that cap. Smokes immediately. Fortunately, my guns didn't load in time. Nevertheless, I shall use this opportunity where they smoked to lay on some guns. Okay, so now you might have seen the cab smoke inside of the. Yeah, not a bright idea. Shima also left the cap, it looks like. Luckily, my torps that I intended to shoot at the smoke caught the Shima, which has decided to come back to visit its own crime scene. Yeah, gotta watch out for those. Not much you can do against F8 torps, except eat them. They've been buffed recently too, so they're extra hard to spot now, and extra hard to react to. Okay, so. Not looking good over here. They have a Yam, an FDG, a Baltimore. At least the Shima's taken care of. Iowa's decided to camp in the back. Our team is really all over C, except they're not on C yet, for whatever reasons. NC is spotted in the distance. Tirpitz really ought to get turning and running. If he wants to survive. Not everybody does that. Good thing about Zhao here is that although my guns take forever to turn around, I have 9.7 kilometer concealment, which is one of the best at tier 10. In fact, it's only beaten by Minotaur, that goes down to what, 8.9. Some hopeful torpedoes off here. If they sail straight ahead, it has the potential to hit them. It's not always a guarantee though. FDG, 12 kilometers away. It's actually kind of not a good spot to be in. The battleship guns on FDG, which are 406mm or 420mm, cannot overmatch Zhao's midsection armor, but it can totally overmatch the stern and bow of it. Yam's guns, which are 460mm, can totally overmatch all over Zhao except for the belt. So you'll probably see in a moment, but it's not a fair fight. So Tirpitz has decided to go and cap A in vain, honestly. At that point, I believe he's just YOLOing. Because look, now he's going to be broadside to the FDG, as he has to kind of rush in towards the Yam. I'm just doing what Zhao does best. Kiting and spamming HE from max, or not max range, but quite a while away, quite a distance away. Start some fires and hopefully wither away the battleships that they have, and hopefully this will. That was a good hit by the Terp. Fortunately, it doesn't cause any flooding damage because it looks like the Yam was smart enough to time his damage control party so that so that my fires and his torps would not cause him to bleed a whole lot of HP. Not getting real lucky with my shells here. People say that, there we go, there's a fire. That'll stick for a bit. Oh, that's right. For the setup of Zhao, I have mine set up with double concealment, so concealment expert and concealment module, and range extension. So that, normally Zhao only has something like 15.6 kilometers, I think, and then with the range mod it goes out to 18.8. With the concealment, both concealments on, it goes down to 9.7 concealment. They removed stealth fire from the game, but this concealment is still highly useful in the Zhao. And even the range too. You might think that MBM3, the module or the modification that makes your guns shoot faster but turrets turn slower, is a good idea on Zhao, but it really isn't. Because the turrets on Zhao just turn extremely slow. In fact, they are the slowest turrets that you can get in tier 10 as a cruiser. And this just does not help its ability to dish out a lot of damage, especially with not enough range. Like most other cruisers, they have some. Actually, no, it's only the German one, a German and Russian one that has 17.8 kilometers or something like that as the starting distance, and all the other cruisers are extremely short distance compared to them. So I'm kind of scoped in, focusing down the Yam, trying to start more fires on him, but if I could start like another fire, I could probably just make him bleed out, but I'm not getting lucky at all with that. This is all down to RNG. This is why spamming HE from max range is, well, some people consider it skillless entirely, but it's partially luck as well. I'm getting focused down by two battleships, even though they are at quite a distance away. So, yeah, that hurt. Quite a distance away, and normally that causes them to miss, but the turns out to be a half-decent shot. That and the Yamato has some of the most accurate guns. Like, he's predicting where I'm trying to go quite accurately. Some people might think it's hacks, but it really is just good guesswork. You are not going to hit a maneuvering ship at this distance using hacks. You have to guess really good. Sometimes you just get lucky. Okay, so enough about the ship, more about the match. Our team has capped C and D, but we really lost a whole lot of ships. We were bled, quite literally, for the caps that we tried to get. And yeah, as you can probably see, 18.8 kilometer range is still quite a while away, quite a distance away, and not enough to get the YAM that's shooting at me. Even then, not doing too badly. I have like what, 140k damage right now? All thanks to Zhao's guns. They're quite good in kiting situations like this. Maintain range and pepper them with HE, especially when they angle like that. Bait them into shooting at you, that your team can kind of stand a chance. That I was getting smoked. It'd be nice if he would, I don't know, maybe turn around and fight, because Iowa has a very squishy behind, but its front end is pretty sturdy. Like, if you look at the armor model on Iowa, its rear plates are a lot weaker than its front. And you might think this doesn't make a whole lot of difference because, you know, auto bounce angles, but no, it does. Front end is a whole lot more sturdier than the rear, and it just absorbs damage a lot better. Using the sort of the innate stealth time, it's like 20 seconds of not firing until you go unspotted. You get turned around, even though I was using the line. This is what happens when you're losing. You are forced into the line. So, but I decided to turn around and stop the bleeding. Really, like their battleships are, 2 of them are at least, are very low HP. Being able to kill those off will be a big benefit. NC getting closer, but the NC shells cannot. I can auto bounce them if I keep my angle against it. His guns aren't pointed at me, which is a good thing. Doesn't really seem interested in me for some reason. Not entirely sure why. Getting back into distance of Yam. Yam is behind the island, but I can, yeah, kind of see where he is at. He's backing up. If he's backing up, he's not going very fast, and it's quite easy to aim even over the island. Just kind of shoot at the bridge, where the bridge was. One fire. And she's still not interested in me. Closer, but apparently she knows about the troll armor Zhao has. It's all solved by shooting into the front portion of it, but most people haven't figured that out yet. Oh, arsonist. Switch my attention over to NC. At this distance, if I shoot AP into its broadside, it will eat citadels. However, it's gonna die before I get to do anything about that. NO is the next. If you check, there's still quite a lot of ships with full HP here. NO still, or no, shooting with Baltimore. Missed that. Once the NO gets into range, then better take that one out. Take out the low HP ships first if you can. because even if they are low HP, they still have guns on them. And you're better off taking out the guns. What did I get here? I have a Wither, Arsonist, and Devastating Strike. Devastating Strike from the Shima. And as you can see, like the speed difference when you're closing head on in, at that 18, 19 kilometer outside of range just melted away, and look, now he's already at 15 kilometers. Not even. Even the Baltimore's at 12 kilometers now. Speed on this thing is nice. So, Baltimore, I notice you have your broadside pointed towards me. Just making sure I finish that guy off. And I have my AP loaded. Ready for this? Boom! 15k damage! Almost! It was only one citadel too! Oh, if only I aimed that a bit better. And if only I let those other guns load. Whatever, somebody else finished it off, not a big deal. Important thing is he's dead and we're gaining back points. Donskoy has decided to beach itself or hide behind the island, I think. And take itself out of the fight. It's very close. It could theoretically torp me if it plays it right, but I think he just beaches himself. This is the only thing I don't really like about the guns take forever to turn. But I load AP into the Bismarck. Almost 10k there. Get Confederate for it. Shoot again. We're losing, but we're coming back. Making headways. Yeah, that was poorly aimed. Somebody wants the Zhao dead. I can understand. I think I'm running off towards A-cap here so that I stop some of the bleeding, and so I can also circle around and kill off this donkey that's just decided to sit here. Looks like Iowa took a chunk out of the donkey as well. So am I! Boom! Almost 9,000 damage just from HE alone. This is the this is the part that where people like to complain about Zhao's HE being OP, and it is actually. It is kind of OP when this happens. Iowa finishing off the donkey. I think those might have been the Atagos torps, and that hit good. And then now you have the follow-up from the gearing torps. Yep, he wasn't going to survive that torpedo sandwich. So, this match is over, pretty much. Just have to kill the Zhao. I can't get there in time, honestly. If I cap this by sitting on it, I don't have enough time because there's less than 2 minutes left, and he is running away or moving away from me. And if I have to turn around and try and catch that, is not going to happen. Gearing really ought to try and finish him off with his guns, HE. I, on the other hand, have claimed 273,000 damage, even though I kind of botched one of the shots and only managed to score one citadel hit. Could have tried camping for Bravo, except I think I could probably make it. Nah, Gearing just finishes it off. So, on to the results. I already gave you a breakdown on that. 672,000 credits from a Zhao. That is impressive to say the least. I don't even have the camo that you get extra money out of it from. I just have the what was it called? The Commander XP boost camo for this. 3,000 XP. Gearing also did it pretty well. Their Zhao did amazingly well too. Had they won, that Gearing or that Zhao would have had more XP than I would have had. Impressive. Let's look at the damage breakdown. It's mostly 50 or even between the fire and high explosives. Armor piercing shells added in a nice amount of damage, and the torpedoes, the only thing that hit was a Shima, but it was good enough for a devastating strike. So that was that. I hope you enjoyed watching. So see you next time.